What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tay Tay the Savior coming with you guys with another video for today. Now, before we get into the Royal Rumble predictions, like this video, comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified on when I upload a video, then hit that bell. And you can follow me on all my other social platforms such as X, Instagram, Pinterest, etc. And with that being said, let's get into my predictions. Now, before we get to the predictions, I want to talk about the build. WWE has done a very terrible job in building the Royal Rumble for both men and the women's. Until a couple weeks back, they didn't even care to mention the Royal Rumble. They got the European tours going on. They got all this money coming onto them. And I want to read you a report. This is a statement from Roman Reigns that he made at the Pat McAfee show. And Roman Reigns says WWE hasn't been able to develop new stars in the time he hasn't been around as often. I'm a generous tribal chief. I give the people plenty of time. These young talent, they say we hog all the TV time. They complain about one thing and I leave an opening and give them plenty of space to create whatever type of superstardom they want. Get over it, kids. Get over it. We're 2 years here now. We haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership. Nick Khan, God bless him. What a businessman. He's a genius. But we have to be able to keep up creatively. And that's why people like me, people who are striving to be the greatest, the GOATs, the MJs, I just can't sit around and see mediocrity. Not when I set it up for everybody to just slam it home. When Roman Reigns tells you that there's something wrong with creative, it speaks volumes. And one of my issues with WWE is that we haven't gotten this larger than life character on screen. We haven't had this long-term storyline with epic proportions and moments that would keep you at the edge of your seats. We did have moments though, but they have a little follow-up. And I do think that TKO might play the part. I do think that the deals that they made with Netflix, ESPN, etc. Once they signed those deals, they've procrastinated and they haven't been able to build the next big superstar, the next Roman Reigns. After Cody Rhodes won the undisputed title from Roman Reigns, I feel like everything has gone off. Things have fallen off, and it's more apparent. And it became apparent last year when the John Cena retirement tour started kicking in. WWE needs to get the shit together. Seriously. Hopefully it starts tonight. But let's get into the matches itself. I have enough of the rambling. And the first one is the Women's Royal Rumble match. We have the likes of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Roxanne Perez, and Rhea Ripley. Also, Jordan Grace, Last Legend, Julia, Maxine Dupree, and that's all we have. Here are my picks to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Number one is Bianca Belair. We haven't seen Bianca Belair since WrestleMania last year, where she had this excellent match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And Bianca's absence has been significantly felt on SmackDown. Jade Cargill is currently having one of the worst women's championship reigns in history. She has no competition. Creative hasn't done anything for Jade Cargill. And the people that she have, and no offense to Jordan Grace, like, they're not credible enough. So Bianca winning the Royal Rumble and challenging Jade Cargill for the women's championship would be the best course of action only if Bianca Belair were to come back. I give Bianca Belair the Royal Rumble. If not, then my next pick would be Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has been the Royal Rumble runner-up twice. Raquel Rodriguez is going to challenge Stephanie Foucault for the Women's World Championship this coming Monday in a street fight. Raquel is not going to win that match. I think Stephanie Foucault is going to retain. Morgan will win it. We get Stephanie versus Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. They've been teasing it. They teased it last Monday in a 6-woman tag team match with Rhea and Io on Stephanie's team. And it would be quite poetic for Liv Morgan to win it here in Riyadh, because Liv Morgan has 2 victories in Saudi Arabia, so this might be the third one, and I'll be perfectly fine with Liv Morgan winning the Women's Royal Rumble. I think she deserves it. She has busted her ass in the women's division. Next up, Sami Zayn challenges Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Drew McIntyre is 11-0 against Sami Zayn. Saudi Arabia is pro Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, they work well together. I expect nothing different. Sami Zayn won the Fatal 4-Way last week in Montreal. So you would think that everything would come up perfectly, that Sami Zayn gets his first championship win in Saudi Arabia. It will happen, but not today. I think Drew McIntyre is going to retain the title, and they're going to continue the story of Sami Zayn taking the World Championship, and it all culminates at next year's WrestleMania when they're back in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You cannot give it to Sami Zayn here. Drew McIntyre just won the title in the 3 stages of hell, so I'm predicting Drew McIntyre to retain. And I will not have Sami Zayn compete in the Royal Rumble match itself. Next up, AJ Styles puts his career on the line against the career killer Gunther. Now, Styles and Gunther, they competed in Dusseldorf, Germany. Excellent match. I like the finish. A lot of people were angry about it. I did not mind it too much. But here's the problem I had with it. WWE have Gunther declared for the Rumble, and they had AJ Styles put his career on the line at the Rumble. I would have saved it for WrestleMania. I thought it was too early. I would have preferred that if AJ and Gunther were in the whole match itself, or they could just run it back without the stipulation. I do think they're gonna cook, but they put themselves in a sticky situation with that stipulation because if Gunther were to lose, then it will undo everything, all the equity that they put into this quick killer monarch. Gunther retired Bill Goldberg. Gunther retired John Cena, which many people did not like. And a report from Meltzer says that Gunther would lose to AJ Styles and then Gunther win the Royal Rumble. Like, that's a no-win situation because people are already getting tired of Gunther in the World Championship picture. Like, you give him the Rumble, this would only amplify the fatigue of Gunther. Now, don't get me wrong, Gunther is a phenomenal wrestler. AJ Styles, great in his own right. I just have a sense that WWE, if AJ Styles would want to extend to WrestleMania, then they have to be creative. If Styles is okay with retiring at the Rumble, and how poetic will it be that Styles came onto WWE in the Royal Rumble match 10 years ago, and then his WWE career ends on Rumble in Riyadh 10 years to this day. And how they did that is they gave us AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, which was a great match on Saturday Night's Main Event. They gave us CM Punk and AJ Styles. That was also a good match until Finn Balor ruined it. I don't think Balor and Punk is the direction for the Elimination Chamber in Chicago. Anyways, did WWE tell us that this was the end of AJ Styles? So here's what I think is gonna happen. I think Gunther's going to retire AJ Styles. And it saddens me to say this because I would love AJ Styles to get his last WrestleMania match against Gunther. I would like for WWE to at least try to extend it to Gunther, but it is what it is. You might go to TNA, AEW, New Japan, and then come back to WWE as a coach. What I would love to see is AJ Styles winning, but in a DQ fashion. Gunther could be so obsessed of trying to get him to tap out, and the referee does a 5 count. Gunther refuses to obey, and then that's how AJ Styles wins. Just, but we'll see how it plays out. And then finally, the men's Royal Rumble match consists of Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Jey Uso, Penta, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Obafemi, etc. Now, Cody Rhodes losing the WWE title adds some intrigue. Cody Rhodes was the first person to declare for the Royal Rumble spot, which was absolutely ridiculous that only 2 weeks away from the Rumble, or 3 weeks rather, that he was the one who would declare for the Rumble. Again, the Bills could have been much better. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to the men's match the most because last year they managed to knock it out the park. So I expect this year to be no different. Here's what I can see playing out. WWE spoiled Braun Breaker's first entrant at the men's Rumble match. If you watched SmackDown last night, I did. Unfortunately, that shit was boring as fuck. But regardless, Braun Breaker should be the Iron Man. They have done a bill between Braun Breaker versus Adam Pearce. Braun Breaker was suspended. They had Adam Pearce unsuspend Braun Breaker and put all of us in the Rumble, which fell flat to us. I expect a little more, but it is what it is. LA Knight's gonna make his return. We haven't seen LA Knight since December. I do think he might get a massive advantage of eliminating division. Um, Roman Reigns is coming back. Just they had to do a smoke screen signal. Brock Lesnar is in a normal match. He confirmed in the Pat McAfee show, and Matt Cardona came back recently. He had to declare on social media. So here's how I see things playing out. Also, in terms of Obafemi, I do think Obafemi is going to get the most eliminations in the match. If not, I could see Oba and Braun Breaker tied for the most eliminations, and I could see Oba and Brock face to face. We could get a stare down, and Oba eliminates Brock, which could lead to a potential Oba and Brock at WrestleMania. I would love to see that. Oba Femi is my dark horse pick to win the men's Rumble match. You want to create a new star? Oba Femi winning the Royal Rumble match would be an instant statement on this man. Because if he wins the men's Rumble match, he could challenge CM Punk or Drew McIntyre. McIntyre, he has a history with McIntyre. He's the one who got fucked over in the Cody and Owen match at Saturday Night's Main Event in John Cena's final match. So I can see that playing out if they want to. I could see CM Punk versus Oba Femi, which would also be a banger match. Punk has put on a string of great matches lately. He put on a string matches with Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and AJ Styles. And folks want to say that Punk is still washed. Punk still got it. I enjoyed the one with Finn Balor the most. Uh, let's get back to what I'm saying here. Speaking of Braun Breaker, I could see WWE giving it to Braun Breaker, which I'd be perfectly fine with. If they want to like revisit CM Punk and Braun Breaker again at WrestleMania, they could do that. Add in Seth Rollins, get a triple threat. Because we haven't seen Rollins since October when he got kicked out of division. And I can see that. If not, then I'd give the Rumble to Roman Reigns, which is my pick to win. And Roman Reigns could challenge either Punk for the World Championship or Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I'd be interested in either one of them, especially more like Drew McIntyre because last year they were doing this Bloodline Hunter storyline and WWE canceled it. Drew McIntyre vs. Roman Reigns was supposed to happen last year. McIntyre got Priest instead. Roman Reigns was in this triple threat with Roman Reigns with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So if they want to do that, I could see Roman Reigns giving him the Rumble, either Punk or Drew McIntyre. I'm fine with that. Cody Rhodes should not win this third Rumble match. I do think Jacob and Cody are going to eliminate each other because last week on Saturday Night's Main Event, they had a match. Supposedly, it was more like an angle. The bell never rang. That a brawl, McIntyre was involved. Put a stop to that. I could see I would give Cody Rhodes the win in the chamber and give us Drew McIntyre and put Jacob Fatu into it as the reason why they want doing another Cody Rhodes and Reigns match for the third time going to Meltzer is because Triple H felt like the fans would get fatigued. But you're giving us another Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes match for like what, the sixth time? Ninth technically, if You count the 3 stages to hell match? So, pick your poison. Anyways, Roman Reigns wins. That's my pick. And that's all I have to say about the Royal Rumble match. Who you got for these matches? Comment down below. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that good jazz. And I'll see you next time. I'm out.